Good morning from Akumal, Mexico. Yes. Ready? Hello.
Hola.
Hello friends, welcome to the channel. I have opted to do a little bit of a vlog this go around rather than doing just what we do activity wise. Do a daily vlog so that you can follow us on our journey in Mexico. So all that being said, yesterday we landed in Cancun. I'd say approximately around 1:39. A heads up there, okay? As soon as you exit the airport, make sure that you have your car, people, taxi, what have you in place, because they're gonna bombard your asses straight out the gate. We had our car service set up. The guy came probably 15 minutes after we landed, but there was taxi drivers on us like flies on shit. When we came to Mexico back in 2021, we ended up going with a company called Mexicar that I booked exclusively through Expedia. They gave me this beautiful low rate, and then when we arrived, we were out $800 for like 3 to 4 days, plus a deposit. So your girl was in shambles in 2021, put a nice damper on our trip. But I opted, after much research, to go with a local company because it puts back into the community. The cars are nothing special, promise. But the cars, we rented the car for a little under $800, and that was for 10 days. That was taxes included, insurance included, and a 10% damage was added onto the contract. So highly recommend them so far, okay? The only thing that we truly really saw wrong with it was one, okay, of course it had scratches, dents, and things, but they ask you to take a video, which I'll insert here. They ask you to take a video so that you can record any and all damage. Heads up, if you're not very observant, check all your lights. Check your headlights, check your blinker. You do not want to get a ticket while you are in Mexico. Believe me, and you want to let people know you're using your blinker because they don't believe in it here, or stop signs. But our blinker was out on the car. They immediately came out, they fixed it, and then we were on our merry way. If you would like to follow the company on Instagram for your future trip to wherever you're going to Mexico, I'm gonna pop it up right here. He's beautiful. He's beautiful.
I'm hot.
Anyway, so we have thoroughly inspected our little car. We were not trying to get anything extravagant. Remember, when you rent in Mexico, to rent locally. They do not add on that 25 and under bullshit fee. They don't add on like a crazy insurance fee. We are going to be here from December 4th, which is a Monday, to December 14th. And our grand total was, this is your part,
Like 700 bucks.
700. And in the US, you pay that almost exact amount for 3 days.
A couple days, yeah.
That's it. So make sure that when you do, and I'll insert a video here, make sure that when you do rent from an outside company like this or an inside company, local company like this, ensure that you take a thorough video, look underneath the car, check your headlights, check your blinkers. We had a blinker that was out. They came out, they fixed it. Everything was copacetic after that. We rechecked everything. And what's a positive is it's I will highly recommend them right now. Who knows my opinion of them next week, but I will highly recommend them. He was very nice. He spoke very little English.
Yeah, you need to know a little Spanish, just kind of get through it.
A little bit, just to get through it, but we powered through it and we were fine. So the positive about this little place, we rented from Yuki. You will immediately come out of the airport. There will be 100 billion people coming at you. Just look away from them. Go to Margaritaville, which I'll insert a picture here. Go to Margaritaville. Get you a drink if you can afford it. We paid how much?
$68 US, but they're really big margaritas and really strong.
Your girl got toasted before we left the parking area.
Yeah.
Before the car even arrived.
They put good tequila in it too, even for the...
If you rent from Yuki, they will not pick you up from the Margaritaville area.
Look for...
When you leave the airport...
Familia y Amigos sign.
As soon as you get your bags, take a hard left immediately out to go to the friends and family area. Don't hit the taxis. Just avoid people inside. Don't even talk to them unless you would like a free map. Don't talk to anyone leaving the airport. And then immediately hook that left and go to the friends and family pickup, because they are not allowed to be in the bus area. And they will tell you that they're in front of Margaritaville, and that is only because they want to persuade you, correct? Yeah. They want to persuade you to get a taxi, to get another rental service. We did not pay up front for Yuki. We paid them there. They were actually less than what they quoted us. The only thing that they got incorrect for us was the days.
Yeah, so
and they corrected it, and it was fine. So at this point,
is it the best vehicle? No, but it's a vehicle.
But
it's not a clunker.
Look at your surroundings. Look at where you're at. It's gonna get us from point A to point B. That's all I ask, and ensure that you record and document everything, so nobody ends up killing you with the 10% insurance. Mm-hmm. So all that being said, we're going in, we're getting some drinks. We are headed to Akumal. We have no fucking idea where we're going right now.
Yeah,
this is gonna be a fucking adventure. We have how many hours?
Not that long, hour and 13-minute drive.
So be aware if you're staying or flying into Cancun. Girl, print a map. We'll see you. What you do for your husband, kids, while he's driving.
In Mexico.
In Mexico. Tip number 3. All right, and that's outside of the car and the crazies at the airport that want to have you book excursions and things through them. Don't do that, okay? Do your research before you get here. That way, all you can say is, I have my shit booked, okay? I am well equipped with all of my journeys. Tip 4. Make sure that you have your cell phone logged on as an international travel, or have an international plan in place. If not, you're going to have to purchase some sort of a SIM card. If not, you're going to pay out the ass for your cell phone bill. My daughter went to Italy last year. It was not covered through AT&T, and our cell phone bill was about $200-300 more last year. So big rule of thumb, check and make sure you guys have a beautiful international travel plan. Also, use Google Maps, tip number 5. Use Google Maps in order to figure out where you are going, point A to point B, because nothing really works around here. And they gave me that little bit of a tip when we booked the Airbnb. Tip number 6, if you can do this, take some cash, take it to your bank, or go to your bank and ask them to go ahead and convert your cash over to pesos. Most banks will do this for you. They'll order it for you. If you use the currency exchange at the airport or wherever you're flying out of prior to leaving, or as you get here into Mexico, it will be rather difficult to save any money, okay? Most ATMs around here are out of cash. There's a large fee, so you're tacking on your fee, you're tacking on their currency exchange rate. It's a little bit cheaper, do it through your bank. Tip number 7, if you are staying exclusively through Airbnb, these are small community people in the area, so ensure that you get proper directions, because when we first arrived to our Airbnb, we have never been in this area. It is very teeny tiny. There are lots of gates. We are staying next to Yal-Kú Lagoon. There's armored guards here. Very, very safe place. Highly recommend Casa Romero. If I can find the Airbnb link, I will put it in the description box below if you'd like to check this place out. It was very reasonable, and it also included our entrance to the lagoon. So ensure you get good, proper directions and have a host that you have proper communication with, so if you get lost, you can reach out. All right, kids. Now, let's tour our Airbnb. Casa Romero kitchen. They will, if you actually speak with the host, they can have someone come out and prepare dinner for you and bring it over here for you. But they do have, it's very much accessible to cook. This is a place where I could have seen Cody and I actually staying for a week long instead of just the night. But it's nice to be able to check out things. It's like a fully equipped kitchen here. They also supply you water, which is very much important. You cannot brush your teeth, drink the water here in Mexico. They offer all the things that you need in order to have a successful kitchen area here. Looks like they supply us some oil, plates and things of that matter, salt and pepper. That was one thing that I was concerned about. I'll look for that. It looks like we do have a coffee maker, coffee cups, and then we have cooking tools, a toaster oven, blender, coffee maker, supply with paper towels and microwave. And I saw down here, the trash bin is underneath this little area here. And of course, pots and pans of that matter. Full utensils, very important to know, especially if you like to eat in-house when you're on trips, especially when you're doing extended stays. Another thing that I thought was very cool, and I saw the fact that this was posted on Airbnb. They were talking about preparing breakfast tomorrow morning. That will hold Cody and I over. Look at how fucking big these grapes are. This is insane. One thing to note though, this is not an air-conditioned room. Adjust to your surroundings. Stop being one of those Karen biddies. This is not an air-conditioned room. This is what it is. But they do have a kitchen on staff where you can have breakfast, you can get lunch there. He even spoke of eating dinner. Looking out the window, this is our little sitting area. Bathroom is here, fully equipped. Again, does not have central air conditioning, so be aware of that. We do have a little bit of a window here cracked. We have no intentions of like really taking a full-blown shower and getting dressed here, so this is actually gonna work out perfect for us. But here is the bathroom area. So this is actually the Casa Romero suite, and this is in Akumal Park, Yal-Kú Park. So Yal-Kú. All right, and there's my man. He braved the roads of Cancun, Playa del Carmen, and now here. But we're not very far from town. I'll give you guys a little bit of a scope on there either before or after this video, but best to get here before 5, I would say, because I don't know how lit this area is, 1, and 2, it was just difficult during right before 5 o'clock. So you do have a table set up here so you can have your dinners. The bed, I have not touched that yet. I'll give a review of it. Stay tuned for day 2 in Mexico. We have blackout shades, which are gonna be fantastic because your boy and I are dead to the world right now. And we anticipate getting up at 9 a.m. and going snorkeling. The guy also said that he's gonna be by in just a little bit, and he's going to get our sizes for masks, vests, and flippers. Air conditioning is right here. I assumed this was gonna be worse than it is. And this gives you access to the park, which I'll show you in just a second after I do the kitchen and bathroom. But it exceeds expectations, 100%. You're looking at bed.
The bed feels like it's about as hard as my knee wall.
Okay,
It's
the bed
hard.
is
If you
hard.
like a firm bed, then it's for you. If you don't,
If you're like your girl here, we love very soft things. And this is probably going to be a struggle bus for me, but I brought my heating pad.
I don't enjoy sleeping. I'm tired.
The door here. As you can see, there's some tiny holes coming through, so you may get a little warm. Again, blackout curtains here. You may get a little warm. You have these ceiling fans going, so we are being circulated at least, at the very least.
Oh, good. I'm not sleep on this boat.
Your sitting area. Tiny little beep beep. But this is the outside area for the condo. They do provide bikes so that you can go into the downtown area, but it's just like one big little resort style private area. Smart villas back here. Seems to be all one big house. You are literally steps away from the lagoon, which is where we'll be tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Looks like there's a pool over here, and that is right next to the lagoon. So after checking into our condominium here, there's also little condos across the way. So if you check out the Casa Romero condo, there are other condos that are facing the water, and this place does have a restaurant on hand and will cook for you in-house. So you just need to speak to the host prior to that. But we opted to go to La Buena Vida last night, and I'll throw in some clips here of our wonderful dinner and discuss prices.
The vibe. They love their Worcestershire.
We're in trouble. So, is it expensive to eat here? Yeah, it can be. If you go to the bougie places, do your research. I always highly recommend to go on YouTube and find people like me and people that have been in this area that aren't like big YouTubers that will give you their honest opinion and tell you about the wonderful food. So, all that being said, let's do a little bit of a baby breakdown of how much we spent last night. Okay, so we spent 1875 pesos last night, and let me go ahead and just break that down for you what we had, because we went balls deep, and that comes to about 101 and some change via American. And we were discussing last night that that's insanity, because we just spent that eating pizza with our boys the other night in America. So we had 2 beers, 4 shots, Bloody Mary, margarita. Okay, so we had calamari, we had ceviche, we had chips and salsa, we had tuna tartare, we had tacos, we had a filet with gravy and potatoes. And it came out to that. That is pure insane afternoon. So stay tuned tomorrow to see all of the adventures that go on today. So we're going to be snorkeling today. We are going to actually go to a restaurant that is located exactly where we went last night. We're going to try out some more food, so we'll have plenty of videos for you there. We were just very exhausted. We started our day yesterday at 3 o'clock in the morning, and we conked out by 8 o'clock. Another thing to note here, there is a time difference. So if you live in central United States, we are actually 1 hour behind. So keep that in mind when you're here. It may throw off your sleep schedule a little bit. Not us so much. Just reminded us of daylight savings time all over again. What negative thing do I truly have to say about this place? We're in a beautiful community. Like I said, it is highly watched over by security. You have this little gate out here that you can close. Your car's just right on the other side. The only negative is one light was out here. That was it. The bed is really hard. If you love a hard bed, this place is going to definitely be for you. But I realized that after probably 2 to 3 nights, we would have been in pretty bad shape because we're very used to pillow top mattresses. The kitchen area is not air conditioned. That's pretty much it. They left us that freaking beautiful platter of fruit in there, so look forward to that if you're here. And the bathroom's not air conditioned. So eventually, if you're a Karen, you would have had a bad time. And then there was our beautiful blackout shades. Once you have the 2 fans going in the bedroom and the air conditioning flowing at night, they will flap against the window, which annoyed me. Okay, that's me. That's just who I am. It annoyed me. It continued to wake me up. I'm a light sleeper. They did have a first aid kit on the top of where you hang your clothes, which does have a security lockbox in it as well. But I ended up getting some tape out. We ended up taping the blackout curtains down, but still they got loose. Yeah, it sucked. It really did interrupt my sleep. But you know what? We're in Mexico, kid. We're in Mexico. Last negative. Bird. All right, last negative. The water pressure's not great. The shower is kind of slow to drain. It is what it is. You're in Mexico. Come on now. That hot water took a minute to figure out. It said C. It's actually hot water. The window in the bathroom doesn't close 100%. So when I was in there at 6 a.m., I could clearly hear the people outside, the security, and they could clearly hear me. So that's pretty much the negative of it all. All right, we are about to go. Have a lovely freaking day, and I am through speaking to you beautiful people. So tune in tomorrow. Like, share, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell so you don't miss a day here if you are interested in visiting Akumal.